Yeah. I'm gonna do the intro today.
Please do.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, please do.
Take that back. Okay.
Listen
Necessary.
to it.
Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me as ever is my co-host and co-founder, the wonderful Tandy Sabanda. How you doing?
I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah, I know.
So nice. It's so nice. Hi guys. How are you? My name is Tandy and this is a double episode for this week. That's what happens when we're in charge, guys. We get a double episode and we have a fantastic guest today. Back to back. Big guest, even. It's been a long time coming. It's been highly requested.
It's your boy. So you know what I'm saying? The kid MERO, the human durag flap. I'm in the building, y'all. Let's go.
Let's go.
Don DeMarco.
What's good?
How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling, man. I just got back from Mexico a couple of days ago. Mexico GP was the race was mid, the atmosphere was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we could all agree that the race was mid. You know what I mean? Like,
the race is awful.
The race was boring. The race was boring. The mariachi band was popping though, as I said this week actually, because it's a double podcast week. Yeah, the mariachi band was sick.
They were good. They were
out there. Yo, I swear to you, like I'm there. I'm in Mexico City, and I've never been to Mexico before. It's my first time. You know what I mean? I'm a Caribbean boy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dominican Republic. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm good. I speak Spanish. I'm in Mexico. Bro, I was not ready. I was not ready.
Wow.
What weren't you ready for?
It was super. It was less country than I thought it was gonna be. Like DR is a little bit more country. Even in like the urban areas, it's still you know what I mean. But there was just mad people out at all hours. It was big New York energy. Like you know what I mean. They lit at 2 a.m. drinking. You know what I mean. Like just getting turned up all day, and especially because of the GP. Yeah. Yo, I like there was so many Checo posters everywhere. Like you would have thought he was like president or some shit. You know
they
what I mean?
love Checo out there. Like they love him, and the way they like embraced him last week was just fantastic. Like it was so nice to see. It was a lot of cheering. Checo's dad. Oh, you gotta love it.
Yo, it was wild because the week before, I mean, not the week before, but before that, it was Coda in Austin.
Yeah.
And that was like, to me, I was just looking around. I'm like, there's so many Mexican flags in the stands. I was like, yo, you got 2 home races in a row, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because the Mexican contingent was strong out there in Texas. So Checo back-to-back home races, did not secure a dub in either one. I actually shout out to Fast and Loose on AMP, you know what I mean? Just
of course.
Sidecast that your boy hosts, you know alongside Michelle Beadle.
Shout AMP. Shout out Michelle.
Big time.
Yo, shout out to Young Beats, Kenny Osborne, you know what I'm saying? George Sammy, my people in the UK over there, my UK mandem. Yo, it was I actually interviewed Max and I asked him, I was like, yo, at any point during this Mexican race, did you think to like, let me let Checo get one? And he was like, and he just looks me straight in the eyes. He's like, well, he would have to be second for that to happen. I was like, yo, this dude is a cyborg. Bro, I call him T-1000.
He doesn't care. He does know. If he dies, he dies. I mean, honestly, he doesn't care.
That's not. And I'm there for Lewis. I'm a Sir Lewis. I'm a stand of Sir Lewis. I'll say it loud and proud. You know what I mean?
That's what, look,
you're in the right place.
I feel like I'm in the right place.
You're in the right place.
Come. Do you want a cup of tea? Can I get you a drink? Put your feet up. Put your feet up.
You know what I'm saying? Just relax.
Well, just put your feet up. It's fine.
But yeah, no, I was really there for a Lewis win. I mean, like, you know, I mean, also the way the season ended was kind of anticlimactic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all feel that way, but I definitely do. I mean, like after Japan, and it was like, yo, did he win? Did he like, yo, we don't know. Let's calculate.
It's like one of those things where the season was already anticlimactic compared to last season, right? Like we had all that drama, and in this season it was very clear like which way I was going to go. But for then, like for the way that it's now ending, and it's just Japan was a I was going to say shit show. Singapore was a bit of a shit show.
It was a shit show.
And now we're just looking. Max has broken. He's broken this record of Vettel's record, and like it seems like no one even really gives a fuck because of the cost cap shit. So it just feels.
I mean,
it just feels.
We had our other American brother on our channel after Abu Dhabi. It was Trayvon Free. Do you remember?
Yeah. Shout out to Trayvon.
And do you remember? Shout out Trayvon. Yeah, and you need to I gotta text back my Oscar-winning friend. Oh, God, anyway, to be fair, we did invite Trayvon round for a dinner party. Shout out Trayvon and his missus, lovely guys. And Trayvon having this directorial mind, he was like, this is just like Rocky, like Rocky at one point, there's a scene. I haven't watched all the Rockies, by the way, so this is me making it up. But there's always got to be the part where the hero, he's sad. He's not always running up the stairs doing his trying hard now moment. He's there's a point, when his missus leaves him, the rent is due, the couch is outside, there's roaches in the flat. And this is Lewis's moment. But, there's got to be a trajectory when his old manager goes, let's go again, kid.
Right. Oh, man,
let's try it again, kid.
Wow.
You still got it.
Where did you buy this version of Rocky? What bootleg?
Come on.
Oh my God.
It's the bootleg version that they bring into the barber show in the hairdresser.
You put it in your DVD player, like,
extended versions.
No, we got the director's cut, you know what I'm saying? It's not Rocky, it's Rocky, but it's like, it's close. You know what I'm saying?
It's close. It's exactly the same.
This is Pebbly.
Oh my God. But no, you're right. I mean, so look, I wanted to ask you, I guess, obviously we've talked about, just to double check, was it your first 2 Grand Prix that you went to? Oh,
yes. It was my first 2 in person. Like I've watched, this entire season, but like this is my first in person on the track, walking the paddock, walking through the pits, like all that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this is different. You know what I mean? Like as an American, like you realize like, because a lot of Americans tend to think like, sports is like, NBA, baseball, football, whatever. But it's just like, bro, there's a whole world out there. And I'm a sports dude. I'm a gambling ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to wager on shit. You know what I'm saying? So the more sports out there, the better for me.
Yeah.
So like, I shout out to my manager, Victor Lopez. He got me like kind of like, he's just like, if you think, like, if you like, motorsports, like, NASCAR's kind of like, man, you know what I mean? So, like, check this out. And I'm like, okay. So then we had interviewed Lewis off season.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, during silly season. And we jump in and we're like, he's just the extremely cool dude. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to Victor. He was the one that was just like, listen, he's around. He's here. You got to talk to him. And I was just like, all right, like, let's see. Like, and then I met him and he was just like, you would never think this dude is just like the GOAT of Formula One, like 7-time world champion. You know what I mean? Like just like trophies on trophies on trophies on trophies, like absolute GOAT domination, like for years, because he was super duper chill. Like we're sitting there and we're playing the F1 game for PlayStation and I can't even get my car in gear. So I'm disqualified. He's like kind of does it and he's kind of like, and I'm looking, I'm just like, how are you mid at a game with you on the cover? And he's like, and then he's just like, this is a part of my British accent. He's like, well, I'm more of a Call of Duty guy myself. Like, so I was just like, say that. Let's go, baby. Let's parachute into Verdansk. You know what I mean? This is like early COVID, like, when like, when it was like shaky. Yeah. So like, just the fact that he actually came out and did it was just like, oh, this dude, like, he must like, obviously, during the race week, it's a different vibe because everybody's so locked in. But man, when he's off, he's just one of the chillest dudes I ever met, which is wild to say when you're like one of the greatest to ever do.
I think everyone.
Sorry, I was gonna say that I've just seen this morning that Lewis has got a little feature on the Major League DJ song. Apparently, he was playing ukulele. For those who don't know who Major League DJs are, they're big in the amapiano scene. But what's he done?
That's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
He's played the ukulele.
He played the ukulele like a hillbilly.
He's so random.
Range. You see range?
Lewis,
range?
Lewis is.
Ask yourself.
I love him because he really just be out here living.
Right.
Like, you see these other dudes, they do the same shit. Like all the other drivers do the same shit. They'll say, I'm gonna go over here to Monaco and be in the simulator and blah blah blah. And I'm gonna run around my supermodel girlfriend and do all this bullshit.
Yeah, liked by Pierre Gasly.
You know what I'm saying? Shut the Pierre. You know what I mean? But like Lewis is like, I'm gonna go on a safari. I'm gonna go visit Africa. I'm gonna go to New York Fashion Week. Like he's out. He's like a real man, like a worldly dude. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's
FIA for the nose ring shit, bro. That's some bullshit.
Look, I mean, we could get into all kinds of like FIA bullshit.
Fuck FIA bullshit. Do you know what I mean? We could all say we've all got a gunshot for the FIA. Do you know what I mean?
Honestly,
we've all got something for them.
I was gonna say he's just doing like side missions. Like he's completed the main game of like F1. Now it's just like I'm gonna go to South Africa, play ukulele on a Mapiano track. Come back, and then he'll be at a fashion show, and he'll be like just talking to like Valentino, and be like, "Oh, what are you going to do?"
But while doing so, like just posting how he met Mandela, and it's like me and Mandela once hit it, and it's like range. It's
bananas.
Yuki, look at your age, mate.
Whoa. Lewis is old enough to be Yuki's dad.
I know. Did you see the cute picture he posted of Yuki this week? That was cute.
Very cute.
That was lovely. All right. Yeah.
Speaking of pictures that he posted, I like the spice a little. I like Spicy Lewis when he posted the picture of him and Fernando Alonso, just like being like, "Yo, you my little congratulations, my little son."
Good looking Alan. Good looking Alan, nigga.
Say get your money up, not your funny up.
Not your funny up.
Get your weight up, not your head. He gave him a forehead kiss. He's like, it's okay, little man.
It's all right.
That is and for those who don't know, by the way, Fernando Alonso came out in an article. This is what's funny about Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso got interviewed, and in the interview he said Max's 2 titles are worth more than Lewis's titles because Lewis's titles have only ever come against his own teammate, and Max has had to fight, whatever. And then obviously the quotes come out. And then Fernando's like, I didn't say these quotes. You guys are
setting me up.
I don't say this like this.
I know, you guys are looking for. And then they show the article. They show the article with the quotes, and it's just like, bro, you can't keep talking. And then obviously, Lewis posted a picture of him, I think, just talking down to Alonso on the podium.
It's on the podium, just like, yo, you down there.
I think.
Fernando Alonso fans, teach your man how to tussle next time. Teach your man how to tussle.
To quote Cameron, how you older than me and you still a little nigga?
Exactly. There you go.
There you go.
He said, hold that.
Honestly, though, you guys, bringing the Spanish Armada into our mentions, probably not wise. I'm not just gonna say these guys don't play with the N-word. I'm just saying that shit is ringing off.
Wait, do you know what's so funny? What's so funny is somebody commented on our previous pod saying, I love when Tandy hosts because we don't get the N-word too tough. Hello, You're
the one who's been saying it the most.
Welcome.
You're the one who's been saying it. You know what? Sorry, Mira. I'm just gonna say, Tandy, congratulations on hosting. Last time I was away, I was ill. Really good episode. Well done.
Thank
all
you.
All of you guys dick riding her, okay, saying, "Oh, it's the best episode we've ever had."
Brilliant.
This is incredible stuff. I hope you know, yeah. When I'm gone, when I leave, then you'll appreciate me.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah, don't know what you got till it's gone. Don't wish me away. That's what I'm saying. But look, MERO.
Yes.
This season, it'd be really cool actually. Before, right, if we could go back a little bit. So, like, you are into Formula One. How long have you been watching Formula One for now? Then?
Oh man, I want to say probably it's like not that long, a season and a half, really.
Yeah,
which is why I'm like so hyped. I was so hyped to do this because I know y'all been doing this, and y'all, you know what I mean? Like,
MERO, we run this.
Y'all ain't new to this, y'all true to this. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like, I can't wait to hop on with y'all because like I'm relatively new, and that's part of like, you know, the appeal of the sidecast that I'm doing with Beats is, you know, Fast and Loose is really for like that kind of newish fan, that kind of maybe you watched Drive to Survive, maybe you saw, you know, Lewis on social media looking fly, and you were like, yo, what does this guy do? And then you like, you know, went into a wormhole of F1 stuff, but you know, it's so ill because it's so different from any other motorsport. You know what I mean? Like there's 10 teams, 20 spots on the grid. You might not even like your own teammate. That's like, that was so like, that bugged me out so much. It's like, you know what I mean? Like just when, like I said earlier, like when I asked Max, like, would you like, this is Mexico, like Checo's on every phone booth, billboard, like, you know what I mean? And he's everywhere. This is your man, this is your teammate. You got 1 million dubs this season, bro. Like, you got 2 more chances to get the record. Are you gonna let this man just be like, yo, go do your thing, B? Like, you know what I mean? You're still gonna podium. You know what I mean? You're still gonna get points for the team. You already won like the drivers' championship. I'm doing air quotes right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like the constructors is locked up, everything is locked up. Let your man get the dub, and he just was like, nah. And I'm just like, that's wild.
Teach a man to tussle next.
Yeah, like I was just like, yo, this is different. You know what I mean? And then all the drama with the now there's an open seat at Haas, Daniel Ricciardo, who became like a fan favorite because of Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's so much, you know, kind of like side plots, you know what I mean? And subplots.
Oh no, it's incredible. And it must be easy, like when you're doing your show, like having this show, like it must be because I was like listening in. I was like, you guys are incredibly fun. You're almost like an American version of us. I mean, I'm just saying like, but how cool is it to be able to partner, I guess, on like a pretty grand scale, you know, with Amazon, to be able to do that. That's like it's an incredible gig to get.
Oh man, it's like, again, like shout out to Amp, you know what I mean? Shout out to Michelle, shout out to Victor, Ryan Drazen for securing the bag, you know what I mean? And like, and getting me out there because like, it's one thing to watch the races, but it's a completely other thing to be there.
And to actually talk about it and be involved in like as creators and like pundits, we have such a job sometimes, and we don't realize if we have a large following, we actually create a narrative against certain drivers. We create nicknames. We do a lot as creators, so it is quite. I think that's my favorite bit about watching Formula One. Even though I've watched like a boring race, I'm just thinking I am about to let it ring on my podcast.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Because even if like we were talking about the Mexico GP, the actual race was kind of like mid. And but like, you know, like you were saying, like all the side stuff gets you hyped to talk about it because you know there's always some underlying thing, like, you know, is Max gonna win, you know, the 13th, what is it, 14th or 13th win in a season? Is he gonna break the record? Is he gonna break Vettel's record? Vettel's retiring at the end of the season. There's an open seat at Haas. There's like, you know what I mean? There's so many side things going on that it's just like you get to talk about, even if the race is mid. And then in Japan, with the water and the delays and everything, and I'm like, yo, is there even gonna be a race? You know what I mean? And like calling the race in real time, you gotta really fill a lot of air. You know what I'm saying? shout out to Michelle for being like the perfect, co-host to film an hour and change.
Yeah, you've got to have a good co-host.
You do have to have a good co-host.
You're welcome, Nyasha, by the way.
You got in there before me. So no, it's incredible. You must be seeing it firsthand. America just falling in love with F1. And I mean, I can only be good for the sport, right? But I guess,
of course,
it's just, I think I personally, I love all the new fans coming on board and so forth. I guess, do you hear the kind of snipes about like gatekeeping sport from Drive to Survive fans and stuff like that? And I guess I
mean, we've all been on Reddit. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen some comments that are like, yo, who's this new guy talking about this thing?
They are mean on Reddit, I thought Twitter was savage. Reddit, oh my God.
That's like the ninth circle of hell.
Yeah.
Like they
gotta have thick blood for that one.
Woo.
Yeah.
Gatekeeping is not the word. So it's just like, there's always like the snipers and the cornballs that are like, oh, well, you just, we've been watching since the 80s and I'm like, yo, great. You know what I mean? Like, so's your grandfather. Like, what does that mean for me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just finding out about this and I'm enjoying it.
You bringing people's memas into this. Now we're going to bring people's memas. No, but shout out our older listeners, because we do have older listeners who always come for us when, we entertain that, We love you.
Shout out
you guys, you built this brick by brick.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's with OGs. But there is a little bit of like snideness around the coverage or whatever, but like, I would get it. And, for somebody who's been a fan for a long time, I would understand that feeling. But it's just, you got to look at the silver lining is like, your sport is growing. Like, it's growing in popularity. That means that potentially, more like as the profile of the sport grows, in the United States, they add stuff to it, or, it becomes more than just this niche, thing, which is hilarious to say, because as an American, it's niche, but like globally, it is not. I've never been to a stadium. Like I said, being there in person, you realize like, yo, hold on, there's 500,000 people here. Yeah, they've been here since 5 a.m. drinking.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is different, bro. It's crazy. What I mean? Like, So I mean, the gatekeeping is there, but like I don't pay too much no mind to it, because like I'm actually enjoying myself. This is not a like a cash grab situation. Like I'm like, yo, this is actually really fun. You know what I mean? Like, and I was already watching DTS, so it was just like a natural segue into it.
But that's a good thing, right? Like that's people want people that they can relate to when they're watching stuff, and obviously you have the people who are experts and been watching for years. Whatever, and that's good. Like I watch some of that stuff. I love it.
Yeah, but shout the Brundle, all
of them guys. But then like,
I said that half-heartedly.
Shout out to those guys. But but it's
beautiful gums.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, quick Brundle story. I'm on the paddock in Mexico for the GP, and he's there setting up for a shot. You know what I mean? And like, his cameraman definitely did not like him because he had so much sunscreen on his face and none of it was blended in. He looked like somebody just smashed him in the face with a bag of flour. And I was just like, I don't know why, but I turned on the British, like the fake British accent, like when I saw him, because I wanted to get like a joke. Like, because I call myself MERO Brundle, you know what I'm saying? Just walking the paddock, on my shit. So I was just like, yo, I just wanted to get a quick video, be like, yo, MERO Brundle, Martin Brundle, the building. And he was just like, he kind of like shooed me away. He's just like, oh, not now. I'm very and I just went up to him, and I'm just like, I was like, oh, Mr. Brundle, I'm a tremendous fan. And he was like, not now, later. I'm like, oh, fuck you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Mate, Martin just seems so sassy. He's very sassy, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's very sassy.
The way he shooed me away with his hand.
He shooed you away. Hey, you see that picture? Remember when King Charles was shooing that guy away when he was signing? Take it away. Take this hoodlum away from me. I'm surprised he didn't just like give his wallet up and say, "Hey, fine, take it. Take it. It's got $50 in it. That's all I have."
Yeah. But yeah.
Not now. I'm not giving to charity. Not now. I'm not giving to charity.
No.
I'm not giving to charity. Not now.
No. I'm busy. Don't you see? I'm just like, yo, listen, you might want to rub that in a little bit more for you.
SPF.
Yo, man, SPF 5 million.
Tandy, I'm gonna close my curtains.
That's fine. What were you? Okay, what was he actually talking about just then? We were just having a conversation about something. What was it?
Oh. Was it gatekeeping?
Gatekeeping. Was it?
I think we had passed that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm all over the place.
I was here. I'm still laughing at this whole thing with Martin and his hands. He is sassy.
Yes. Yeah. And I thought it was like a joke or like a, like, how people take one interaction and turn it into a meme. I was like, okay, this must be the case. Nah, my man was just like,
you should have just got on the camera.
If they would have been rolling, it would have been a wrap. That would have been a
fast food commercial. Screaming.
I would have been like, yo, get Bronto out of here. It's your boy, the Kid MERO, you know what I'm saying? Fast salutes from Michelle Beadle.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Niggas can't be running no more, dog.
Sorry, Nyasha, I missed your point that you were saying before we started the Brandle talk. But we've forgotten what we were even talking about.
I just said I was going to go close my curtains.
Okay.
But what I did want to touch on, whilst we're on F1, obviously, because this is an F1 podcast. I don't even know
podcast.
I don't even know why I just said that. If you're watching, by the way, like, subscribe, all of them things there. Leave a 5-star review on Spotify. We love your reviews on Apple. Thank you. If you like the merch that we wear, you can buy that at quicksilver.com. Thank you, everyone, for your patience in the new. We've now sold... I'm not gonna say the number.
Don't even. The numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Sold.
Numbers don't lie. Check the scoreboard.
You guys nearly bankrupted us with the amount of merch that you bought, but we appreciate it. Thank you. It's gonna be a great Christmas for everyone. And you as well. You can have a shirt if you want. What I wanted to ask you was sorry.
I was going to ask, were you offering MERO a shirt or me? Because I have the entire collection in my wardrobe.
I was offering MERO a shirt.
Hey, okay. Listen. I don't know how much shipping cost is, but I like. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to blatantly ask.
No, that's fine. Don't worry. We got you. I'm gonna. Yeah, let's do a merch. I'm gonna need you to post that. Obviously, and then we'll do it. I wanted to ask. There's been a lot of drama in the F1 sphere recently, and I guess. With Red Bull and the cost cap, and I guess with Red Bull and this boycott of Sky Sports kind of going on now. Let's quickly touch on the cost cap stuff, and then we can get on to the boycott stuff, because I think there's some cool stuff around just...
Oh, yeah.
I think there's some...
Oh man, I saw it in person. I saw it live.
Right. Okay, so that would be incredible. So that's how I really want to ask about that. But I guess, as a new person watching, not a new person, but as a newish fan, right, to the sport, what's your view on like the cost cap scandal, Red Bulls? I guess
that's what I was so excited to come on this podcast and ask, because I'm like, to put it in like, I guess like NBA is a league that I've been watching for a long time, right? So if something were to happen with the team, going over the salary cap, or doing something, or breaking a rule, like a big rule, I feel like the punishment would be a lot harsher. I don't know. Like I feel like, Red Bull prints money. You know what I mean? So like, I think the fine was $7 million. $7
million, yeah.
And then 10% less time in the wind tunnel. Which that part, I'm like, okay, how much does that factor in to the building of the car? You know what I mean? The specs of the car. The $7 million, I'm like, bro, like y'all make that in a week just on like specialty flavors. You know what I'm saying? Like that seems like a slap on the wrist. The wind tunnel stuff though, I'm curious to find out how much that actually affects the car, because we saw the car, like the Red Bull, come on, the straight line speed on that Red Bull was ridiculous. Yeah. And like, because spaceship level. And I think that's the reason Lewis hasn't gotten a dub yet, because the last couple laps at Coda in particular, I'm like, bruh, like that Red Bull just got away. And in Mexico, I'm like, the only way that this doesn't turn into Max and then everybody else is if there's something happens in lap 1, turn 1. He got away clean, lap 1, turn 1, and it was a wrap. It was just like, yo, we're just watching Max go around the track, and then everybody else fighting for second and third, and then like that Alpine McLaren sandwich in the middle. But I was just like,
it's not harsh.
It doesn't seem harsh at all. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like,
it's not harsh.
I'm like, yo, and here, like they had, so like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story of the Fab Five in college basketball, where they had like, titles stripped and all this other kind of stuff. Like, they couldn't be in the tournament for a year and all this other stuff, like harsh, like bringing the hammer down type of punishment. And then you got Horner being like, oh, this is a draconian, punishment. I'm like, what, bro? Like, Horny man, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
I think some of us are outraged because we come from multicultural backgrounds and we have multicultural parents where our discipline is strict. If you do something wrong, you're gonna feel it. These are very white parent things.
You're gonna time out.
Now you won't get your juice box if you continue.
Tandy, they can't play Fortnite for a week.
You can't. Do you know what I mean? I'm taking your phone away for 2 seconds. Yeah. But my thing was go outside, go find a branch, and that's the branch I'm gonna hit you with for your stupidity. And that's what we want, no?
Hello.
Some of us have strict parents,
Come on, man. That's the Allen vibe, man. Go outside, get the switch.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Use your weapon. I'm gonna whip your ass.
Go pick the belt, and then my days.
No, I can't actually. So I'm gonna move that on because I'm gonna start crying on this podcast.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's super trauma bonding.
We're trauma bonding. Okay. We all wrote our runaway letter. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm running away letter.
Yeah.
Where you going?
I used to think I was on like a fucked up version of the Truman Show. I was like, surely, like, this is not real. This is not real. These are not my parents. These are actors.
How could that?
How can someone get this angry? It's going to be scripted. Anyway.
This is a funny conversation. I'm so sorry. I have tears in my eyes. This should not be this funny.
I can't believe it. Look. Anyway, we don't agree with that. With that. To shout
we don't agree with. I give my kids a stern talking to. As a father of four, I give my kids a stern and a big finger wag.
Open and honest communication. Look, I don't. Oh yeah. Look, I'm gonna be one of those people who doesn't have any kids, but Miro, you have 4. I'm gonna tell you how to parent your kids. Right? Like that's I think how it works. I think.
Yeah.
But no, the punishment wasn't harsh. I think what you've just said there is quite an interesting thing in that when we had Darius on the show, and he was saying, as a relatively new fan as well, is this normal? Is it normal to get such a and the thing is, this is now the precedent that's been set, right? This
is the first year.
So it's not even as if we've got anything else to go off. And honestly, F1 is a sport that is, if you want me to be very honest, I think it's eating itself right now through it's just, there's no real, there's no governance. Half the fans are just absolutely hating the direction the sport's going. The other half are kind of like pigs in shit, just like reveling in the fact that they are the beneficiaries of an absolute shit show of a scandal and a season and whatever, and it's just a mess. So in answer to your question, it depends who you talk to. Some people would say that, and also the 10% reduction in wind tunnel time and CFD development is 10% of the coefficient that they have. So if you finish first, you get like 63% or whatever. So it's 10% of that. So it's actually only a reduction of like 7%. So it's not even. So it's not. Yeah. So it's not even like actually 10%. So and that's the thing that people. So and look,
So chorus, what Nyasha just said, it's eating itself. It's giving bacteria. It's penicillin.
Oh, penicillin's quite good. Can be used for good. I've been on penicillin this whole week. So
holding you down.
I'm not gonna lie, holding me down.
Not you being a Red Bull sympathizer.
You know what?
Red Bull sympathizer. Boo this man!
Oh my god!
You need to leave.
No, okay, I'll hold that. And look, speaking of eating itself, Red Bull are now, I think. Is it going into Brazil? I don't know if the boycott's going to go into Brazil, but Red Bull have boycotted talking to Sky Sports, who are essentially and they are the FOM pretty much providers of worldwide content. So pretty big, and they've boycotted them because they believe that there's been impartial reporting about Red Bull's cost cap scandal and obviously Abu Dhabi 2021, believed to be. So I guess as someone in the F1 world, who has to report on the goings on in the F1 world, Mero, I guess, what are your thoughts on Red Bull's boycott?
I mean, it's kind of wild because you can't. And then again, the punishment handed down is bullshit. Essentially, right? It's like a $25,000 fine. You know what I mean? Like for a team or drivers who make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, euros, whatever they get paid in. So I feel like it doesn't make a difference. But I did see it live in action, and it was cold. Like they got the Sky mics out, and then we're in the media pen, and they're coming around this like Finland's sports people, and I'm right next to them, and then Max and Checo are coming because they finished. I think it was Lewis, Max Lewis Checo. Lewis Max Checo. And so they come in, and I'm just like, okay, cool. My man just goes just like looks at the Sky people like, huh, and then just keeps it pushing to the next mic. I was like, whoa! I was like, oh, we getting spicy here. It's not just like, it's not like, just like a boycott. It's just like they knew what they had their cameras up and everything. Like, are you really gonna do this? And Max was like, yeah, I'm really gonna do this. On my face. I was like,
so where's Max gonna go then? Academics, Vlad TV, where you going? He's going to the same journalist that Alonso went to, where they can turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't even say that."
Yeah, no.
Same journalist.
He's gonna go to them. That he's got it all Dutch media. He just goes there.
He's going to Mimi, the music blogger.
Wow. I don't
He's
know why you're. I don't know why. Yeah, this is.
He's on the shade room. Like, what's Max Verstappen doing on the shade room?
Trust me, what's Max doing on the Shade Borough stuff? It's exclusive interview with the Shade Borough, is it? Yeah. I'm screaming. Oh, I hate us. I can't stand.
Max on TMZ Sports. Like, what are you doing here? Go in. We actually want to talk about the race.
Oh,
fam, where's he going?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that was a cold maneuver, man. I was just like, I mean, and let's see if it extends into Brazil. You know what I mean? But it's really just like a goofy ass. Like, man, I would have taken my ball and go home. Fuck y'all. Yeah. You know what I mean? Kind of moves.
But we know this about him. He cries on the radio. He'll cry anytime someone overtakes him. It's natural. Like, that's the thing. They've raised him to be a crybaby. When he doesn't get what he wants, he throws his toys out the freaking cot. Whereas my goat takes it on the chin, does it with respect.
I was about to say.
Goes to Africa. Heard? He goes for spiritual healing to the motherland.
You feel me? And that's
Don't ever compare the two.
That, and he's like, and that's the thing. He's like the anti-Lewis. Like I like. There's a term that shout out to George Cooper who works.
The anti-Lewis.
Yeah, exactly. He works with me on the show, and he's a British fellow. And he called Max a pantomime villain, which I was like, I don't. What does that mean?
Oh shit! Do you guys not have the pantomime over there?
Oh yes, they do.
It's called, but we call it a heel, right? Like and like in wrestling, like when Hulk Hogan turned from like Hulk Hogan to like NWO brother, but before we knew he was like a wild racist. But yeah, no, like he's like, everybody needs somebody to hate, and Max is so robotic in the way he moves, and he's such, like you said, like everything is everybody else's fault with Max. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's the team, it's the car, it's this, it's that. Yo, Lewis will sit there and with a calm face be like, this car isn't drivable. But he won't blame it on anybody. But he'll come in there.
Yeah, we tried everything.
Yeah.
We took it on the chin. Come on, Roscoe.
Like exactly. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's such a wild juxtaposition because it's like it literally is like Rocky and Ivan Drago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of them is just like the guy you want to root for, and the other one is just like, I win. That's all I do. Like I'm a robot. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. And I think that's a problem with Red Bull is that they have played up to the pantomime villain, the heel, for the longest. They're in Drive to Survive, bragging about how they were just putting in protest after protest just to piss Toto Wolff and Mercedes off, and they enjoyed. They enjoyed being the bad guys, but it's got to the point now where if it was wrestling, they've got the steel chair out and they've just hit someone behind the ref's back with a steel chair and everyone's booing them, and then they're like, "Why are you booing me?" And it's like, well,
and they sort of like, "What? What?
What you say fuck me for? What you say fuck me for?
What is it fuck people?
I love to call your girlfriend a bitch.
Shut the 50. But yeah, no, for real. Like, it's really like that. And it's so wild to me that, like, if I'm another team principal, I'm looking at it like, okay, all right, that's it. That's all. Okay. So what's stopping Toto? What's stopping Gunther? You know what I mean? What's stopping Fred? What's stopping all these guys from doing the same thing? You know what I mean? And going over the cost cap, like, doing little things here and there, like, thinking in their head, like, yo, listen, at the end of the year, you know what I'm saying? We're going to win. We're going to get fined and whatever, but nobody's going to vacate our title. Nobody's going to take away our championship. Nobody's going to take away the Constructors' Cup, none of that. So if none of that is really at risk, why not? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you kind of, like, that, I feel like that punishment kind of already kind of put that in the air, and, we'll see. But, I feel like, I don't know if it was Toto or Horny Man that was quoted as saying, like, it's reputational damage to Red Bull. And I'm like, fam, they're already what reputation to damage? Yeah, like everybody was already like, yo, you guys, we hate you guys. You know what I mean? Except for the fanboys.
And that's the thing, right? Like, it's 10 more minutes. So like
sorry.
Wait, hold on. Are you okay, cool. I was so confused right then. Sorry. I was really confused. Sorry. So I wanted to ask.
Yes.
It's a new day, it's a new dawn. You've got
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good?
Sorry.
Kinda? Yeah, no, that's
a new day, it's a new okay, never mind.
Yeah. You can like, please just keep fucking up this question. Like, please, I'm begging. I'm just like you. I don't think anyone expected you to be able to like to pivot into doing something like this that you're doing now, right? And it was like, I remember seeing the notification and just being like absolutely mind blown and super happy for you, because I was like, this is incredible for the space to have someone as funny, and just like on the nose in the culture as you in F1. I think it's just
One
an
of
incredible
us.
thing.
Yeah,
Like, for
one
real.
of us, one of
One
us.
of
One
us.
of us. One of us.
And I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, again, shout out to Victor, because that was like the vision was like, yo, be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, be the guy that steps into that space. Like, I'm doing a little bit of it with the EPL now. You know what I mean? Shout the Big Meeks. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Shout the Kara.
Nice.
Doing a little bit of that too. You know what I mean? And just kind of like expanding and being like you said, like somebody who's like from the culture who can say in the middle of a race, why you say fuck me for? You know what I mean? And the people will understand what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not your typical kind of like dry.
Yeah.
You know, like coming around the chicane, it's a little bit of contact.
It's a little bit.
You know?
And this is
Like, I'm just like, oh God. You know what I mean? Like, you want to hear people like, you know, and the other thing too is with the anthem, you can call in, there's a chat. So it's like all the hot takes that we were just talking about, like, you know, like the wrestling stuff and the heel and the pantomime villain, like all that stuff, you could chat, like you could drop it in the chat, you could call up and be like, yo, mid-race, and be like, yo, lap 38, I don't know what's going on right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's fully interactive and it's mad fun. It feels like, you know, like if you could call into your favorite, like, you know, your favorite soccer club's, like, you know, game and mid-game and say, like, you know, the center back sucks right now. You know what I mean? He needs to get benched.
No,
you know what I mean?
I don't have to do that because my team's top of the league, but I can understand. I can understand. Don't worry about that.
Daily Sour. Who are we repping here? What's your
so shout out. I saw you had Jamie Carragher on the ting. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm from Merseyside, so obviously I rep up north.
Look at the extra scouse in the accent. Extra scouse. Extra scouse just come out there, didn't it? Sprinkle that.
I'm from Merseyside.
All right. I was watching Brookside.
Oh my days! Suck my mom, man. Leave me alone.
I was looking for a team or a club rather to root for, and I was told by my compatriots on Fast and Loose, George, Cooper, and Sammy, to root for Fulham. Because, you know, you don't want to jump in and root for a team that's like, you know, you don't want to jump in and be a front runner.
Right.
You know what I mean? And cheer for the person on top. And he's like, and they're like, mate, they used to call it Full Americans at one point. They had Clint Dempsey and this guy and that guy.
They did.
You know what I mean? And I was just like,
I personally would not recommend that.
I wouldn't recommend Fulham.
I personally, and I wouldn't say that out loud ever again.
Yeah.
No offense. Yeah, don't say that.
To be fair, like,
take some of the big five in it.
Yeah, like if you're gonna follow a football team, you need to follow one of the big five.
Yeah.
They say big six, but we don't.
In no particular order. I don't know football, so this is quite funny. I'm gonna say no particular order: Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Man
U, no?
Gooners, and Man U, yeah. And then if you want to put in, who's the sixth one? Tottenham,
yeah. Tottenham? Okay, Spurs. Okay, all right.
Spurs, yeah, but they're rubbish. They're rubbish. They're awful. No, so I would say support one of those. I support Arsenal, who are finally good again.
Shout out to TT, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout.
The GOAT. One of the greatest strikers of all time. I'll say it.
He is probably. He's top. Henri, bruv.
Oh yeah, he's well fit. Oh.
There you go. And he's still very handsome. You're up there with Kate Abdo as well.
Yeah, shout out to Kate, because she's
cool.
That show to me gives me very as an American, it gives me NBA on TNT vibes. Yeah. Where everybody's having fun. The crew, you could tell the crew, like, they really fuck with each other, like they get along. Kate does a masterful job, like, corralling all those personalities, because, you know, Jamie, Meeks, like Thierry, like they're all big personalities and big, you know, people in the sport. So, the way she kind of navigates that and just like keeps everything, it's like a conductor, with a symphony. Like,
yeah, no, she's great. But I think that's one of the things where we're seeing, and look, as someone as like a pioneer of like online content creation, we're seeing that shift of the way that people consume media online, right? And that chemistry that people have and that casualness about it transfer over to like big media platforms and right. And I think we've seen that, I guess, in entertainment, and it's starting to creep into sport as well. And I think football's probably the front runner with that, because football content's been at the forefront of
man.
What's
the guy's name? The Arsenal fan dude that's always
Troops. Troops. Yeah.
Before I even was following football, I was just like, yo, this dude is hilarious, man.
Yeah, so,
like just the memes, all that stuff. I'm like, okay, I gotta get to this.
No,
and the World Cup is right around the corner, so it's gambling time.
It is. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of money to be made.
Do you struggle? I want to ask you. Do you struggle to? Is it in America? You guys call them parlays? Parlays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so that's my favorite thing to do, because it's the most exciting way to gamble. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like if you like put something, it's like gambling, but putting several bets together and hoping that they all hit.
Yeah. Oh, accumulators.
Yeah, we use English, they use
Central C should have put it in that freestyle.
Yeah. Central C.
You say parlay, we say accumulators.
So if I'm like, okay, the Yankees are gonna win this game, the Knicks are gonna win this game, or they're gonna lose by less than 20, and Lewis is gonna podium. Like those 3 bets, I put them all in, boom, and then I hope for the best. And if when you hit, like you hit for a lot more money because you're taking a lot more risk, but it just makes it more interesting. You know what I mean? But if you have an addiction, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, if you have an addiction.
Yeah, 1-800.
I'm good. I lose $50 and I'm like, I'm out.
If you do have a gambling addiction, please, we'll leave some resources below. Yeah, I don't want to be deemed to be irresponsible with that. But look, Tanya, were there any final things you wanted to put forward?
Nothing. You know what? I've enjoyed this meeting so much.
Cultural exchange.
Yes.
It's been so cool. This lovely cultural exchange, to be honest. I mean, we obviously had our little exchange on Twitter, and then it was like, this needs to happen. And welcome to the Quick Stop family, obviously.
Hey!
Yeah, for sure.
We've virtually just given you the Rockefeller chain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
they didn't want me to come on Quick Stop. They didn't want me to come on Quick Stop. They didn't want
it. Do you
God
mean?
did.
God did.
Oh. And I feel like every time we have an American on, me and Yasha do the speech. We're coming. We're gonna be there.
We're coming. We are coming to America. We are coming to America next year.
Yeah.
In somewhere or another. Hopefully more than once.
Listen, they're adding races. They're adding Vegas.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see y'all in Miami. I'm gonna see y'all in Vegas. What's up?
Party in the heaven.
Yeah, no.
I have so much faith that I'm just gonna get invited to Miami, and that's just not one. I just think I'm gonna get invited.
Tandy's manifesting me. I'm like working on paying through the business. So between the two of them, we will be there. But for sure.
Listen, we got to meet up. You know what I'm saying? Do this merch swap. You know what I mean? Fast and loose, quick stop. Man.
Of course, that'll be happening through the mail. I'm afraid, Royal Mail actually.
But we'll bring it. By next year, we'll have some fresh shit for you. But
fresh shit.
But no, thank you so much for coming. And honestly, it's just a lot of times people will be like, I want to come on, and it doesn't materialize for one reason or the other. So
sometimes people just want Yasha on, some people just want me on, some people want different. It happens like that sometimes.
I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to come on and fuck with y'all, chop it up with y'all. You know what I mean? Because as a new fan, it's always good to be like kind of embraced, you know what I mean, by like people have been doing it, and y'all been doing it, man. Y'all been killing it for a long time, so keep killing it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. We're gonna let you go, but thank you so much to you, the Kid MERO. Have a wonderful day. Toodle pip.
So nice to see you.
It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I just made a pit stop, a quick stop. You know what I mean?
Yay!
And I was in the pit for 40 seconds. I don't even care.
40 seconds. Don't be saying that on our name. Don't be saying that on our name. Thank you very much. It was definitely 1.3. Thank you very much. Seconds.
Wow. Get it out.
Got you in and out.
Literally real quick. And before you leave, MERO, can you please give me one more British accent line, please? Could you say you are watching Quick Stop F1?
Listen, mate, you're watching Quick Stop F1, all right? If I see you at the picket mix and you don't know what the Quick Stop is, it's going to be a lot of knife crime.
I'm trying to think.
God, we are not beating the allegations. We're not beating the violence allegations.
Your accent, the thing is, your accent is one of them ones where if you were like, you basically sound like the guys that are like, look, I don't have a problem, all right, with black people.
Black people.
General, right? You're all right, but you know, it's these fucking immigrants, mate.
They're just coming in and taking our jobs.
Taking our fucking jobs, taking our.
Listen, I don't have a problem with everybody keeping their lunch in the fridge at work, but it's just when she brings that smelly stuff with her. That weird stuff with her.
The curry stuff.
That
curry stuff.
But I'll tell you.
Stinks.
I'll tell you what, that Jollof rice.
That Jollof.
I had a bit of that the other day.
Core, blimey. Nearly blew my lips off.
Christ almighty. Hey?
Raw.
Oh, God.
What is this?
I had to wash my mouth out with soap.
Yeah! Oh man!
Shout out this podcast. Shout out ethnic minorities talking Formula One and motorsport.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Kid MERO. Shout out New York. Shout out the Bronx. Shout out the Bronx. Shout out Zimbabwe. Shout out North London. Shout out Quick Stop F1. Shout out co-hosts that buy you cool jackets.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That's hard. That's it. No, thank you. Well, look, guys. Thank you. I don't think we've got much else left to say from that. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe. Let us know if you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry for the profanities, but I'm back.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Ring the bell. Stop playing.
I'm back. It's so good to be back. And remember, guys, no matter what life throws at you, keep it on the black stuff. Oh, I love your little black nails, black jacket,
Thanks.
black sweatshirt, black caps. You done know.
Black Owned Podcast.
Take care. Goodbye. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quick Stop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.